Keren Yardena Yosef Bodenheimer, and I work here at the Ministry of Justice in the Jewish Law Department as a legal advisor. And I've been a Yoetzet Halacha since 2009. And it's always been my dream to be an actual Nishmat Fertility Counselor, Yoetzet Halacha.
My name's Jordana YH Yardena. I'm an obstetrician gynecologist, and I specialise in IVF and fertility, reproductive endocrinology. And my work currently is here in Shaare Zedek Hospital, and outside my professional work I'm involved in teaching several programs, one of which is with Nishmat. Even before I made Aliyah, I had this sort of dream that I was going to one day study to be a yoetzet. It still hasn't happened, but I was very blessed to have this opportunity to join forces to create a training program for a group of select yoatzot halacha who wanted to become fertility advisors. So I've also been concurrently involved in Gefen, both as an advisor to the staff there. So this was sort of a collaboration between different women that I'd already had contact with. It kind of felt to me that instead of me becoming a yoetzet myself, I was having this opportunity to train the yoetzot specifically in my field of interest.
And I think the biggest chidush is being a woman-to-woman advisory. I came to the field with a lot of halachic knowledge, but what I didn't have is the medical or the psychological. I deepened my knowledge in those areas, and it gave me the tools to be able to sit with couples and help them on the psychological level.
It is the first kind of program to train yoatzot to have a holistic view of women and couples that are seeking help. Part of what I think is unique in our program is the way that we're teaching to address couples and to really listen and find out not just the initial query, but what's going on in their world. What are the emotional and psychological issues that they're dealing with?
But I found that specifically the rabbis of Nishmat brought an approach to the field which allowed for discussion. Sometimes we came up with dilemmas and we could bring it back to the Nishmat rabbis. We had a question of whether the woman should go for Tevilah D'Oraita, for the earlier sort of Tevilah. She would feel that she's going to the mikveh before the child was conceived via IVF. And it was really a dilemma. And he said the truth is the answer should be A, to certain couples, and B, to other couples. You can give them the full picture about why it's possible.
That I was on a panel last week that happened to be with Michal as the Nishmat representative and a Rav. It was an evening that I also spoke about fertility preservation, and we were on a panel together. We were actually talking about a couple who gets married age 35, let's say 36, and straight away comes to freeze embryos because time's running out and they want to have a big family. And the Rav's like, Ein She'ela, of course, they should freeze more embryos for further children, like right away. And Michal had a completely different perspective that I feel was able to take into account all the tensions and all the stress, and I think that's the beauty of this program.
I think that the thing that I take away, in addition to the knowledge I gained, is also there is now a peer group to work and consult with, and also a group of specialists that we can refer back to all the time with new questions.
There are also a lot of questions that have come up that it's so clear that the medical help that a couple is receiving may not be clearly explained, and they really need that ear of the yoetzet and the support. So I think that the role is tremendous, and the program is unique in terms of the holistic approach and looking at the different needs of the couple, and not just here's the answer to the medical question, here's the answer to the halachic question.
Just over a year ago, a woman consulted with us about what sperm donation she should choose. We came to the conclusion that it would be best if she could get a Jewish but identity released donor. That's what she used. And she called me back recently. Guess what? I'm pregnant, I'm expecting, but I haven't told my family. Could you please help me prepare about how to tell my family? She's a single mother, and I prefer to use the word not by choice because she's not single by choice. She chooses to be a mother. And she comes from a fairly Haredi family and was very worried, and she wanted the halachic backing of what she could tell them. We really were like a service that could help her on so many parts of the journey, and it was critical to her that it was a woman-to-woman service. And I think we're able to bring a lot of those factors together and provide that, and I think it's just brilliant.
Where is this couple now? Where is this woman right here, right now? How can I help her? And I think that's what makes it so unique.